Welcome back to Foxy TV, episode 122. 122. Jake, on this episode, what are we talking about? What are we watching?
I've just come up the stairs. I have no idea.
Okay, on this episode, we're going to an install in Rochedale that we just did. Yep. Phoebe's going to be talking about the style of that property. Do you know anything about that?
And I'm the numbers guy. So
Did you even go in the house?
briefly.
Yeah. So Phoebe's talking about consistency of style throughout the home and the flow.
Fair enough.
And also the master bedroom had some dark walls there. So we're talking about those couple of things. And also later on in the episode, at the end of the episode, we've got a bit of Q&A. What do we do when you guys are working hard, going out getting for consultations with clients, putting together quotes? Phoebe's up all hours of the night putting quotes together. And then companies come in and say, we'll beat Foxy by X%. What do we do when that happens?
It's a great question.
Well, you're going to find out in this episode. All right, so let's kick things off at Rochedale earlier today, with the install.
Hey guys, so we are on site doing an install here out in Rochedale today. Rochedale, the area we're in, used to be a display village. So these homes are grand, they are beautiful, they have lots of living spaces, they have features that are just gorgeous. So I wanted to show this one. We are going to mix it up. I do have some ones coming up that are less beautiful homes. This is obviously an absolutely gorgeous home. So we do have some beautiful furnishings coming in here. We have lots of artwork. We've gone with the cream and oak color base to match in with the same colors that we have throughout the rest of the home. So let's do a bit of a walkthrough. So there are challenges in this property. So this particular room that we're standing in right now is really long. So this is the first room you see, it's on the left, so traditionally a formal living, but it's very long, and then it has bifolds that open out to the outdoor space at the end. And this is the only solid wall we have in the whole space. So to make this whole space feel usable and not useless was the challenge. So we did toss up a couple of ideas with the agent. We thought about maybe a formal living down this end and then tucking in a floating study nook up at another end. Study nooks are something we do talk to a lot of people about at the moment. They're real estate search term number one. So it is something that we do tend to try and get into a property if we can. Working from home with COVID now, it's really, really important that we do show that houses have the capacity to have that space. This space, however, when we're walking in and we're seeing this space, walking into a work zone like a study is less aesthetically pleasing than a formal living space. This home is gorgeous, so we need to make sure that we have that run all the way through. So we've gone with a formal living in here. We've got some gorgeous pieces in here from Iluka Road. And then I'll show you the Phoebe occasionals. Up here in our library, which is really cool. But this is a space that could be converted very easily into a study. These are the Billy bookcases from IKEA, and this is the space we're showing has the capacity to be a home office. So we do have a total of 3 living spaces in this house, total of 5 bedrooms. So that's something that's also important for us to balance that many bedrooms. We will always try and get 3 living areas, 3 dedicated spaces, because otherwise you don't have enough zones in the house for a family. So that's where the boys are tackling a spiral staircase, so low drop ceiling here makes it a little bit more difficult just for our bed bases, but otherwise the house is pretty straightforward. I just wanted to show you, basically the whole point of Foxy TV is to show you how we make an area flow, how we have the same colour combination all the way through. We're going to have the same colour, you can see on the sofa here already, black, beige and white. That's going to carry all the way through to the artwork, to the accessories, upstairs and downstairs. Every single living space is going to reflect that. And that's really, really important to have that continuity throughout to make sure we have a high-end finish. That way it reflects the price point of the home. So another space that's really cool, and I think this is quite reflective of display homes, is some trendy wallpaper. So this is our master bedroom. We've got black wallpaper in here. So it's nice and dark and moody. We're played on that. Custom made bed head, my new favorite. So we're going with the darker colors in here as well, to make sure that everything flows throughout, but also keep it moody, keep it different and unique, and it'll stand out. So the second truck is just about to arrive, so we're gonna get it all off and then we'll show you the end result.
And as mentioned, Jake, let's get into that Q&A. What do we do when we're undercut?
Over Phoebe.
Over Phoebe.
I will always send through jobs that we've done. I will basically reiterate that compare apples with apples, make sure you do check out everybody's work so it all stays the same. But as far as my mindset when it comes to what do I do with competition? How do I deal with that competition? It's more, look, swim in your own lane. Do what you do best, focus on you, do it amazingly well, bring all that value and make them feel like over-communicate, do everything amazingly well, and they'll go with you. Every single time. Doesn't bother me what the competition are doing. They're doing for 3 weeks, if they do it like every single time. If I do everything amazing, if I can give them a call the next day, if I make sure that everything is done exactly as I say it's going to, it doesn't matter what the other quote comes in at, they'll go with us.
Would you ever lower your price?
No, bring value in other ways. If it's an agent who's done multiple jobs with us, who needs it to get, so say for example, I've quoted 3.7, they need it at 3.5, that sort of mentality, we can't discount. But if I'm doing, we've got to focus our things on other stuff. So for example, the client's moving out of the home, they need some help to help move out of the house. Can we offer our removal service complimentary? Can we tack that on for them to try and entice and make it easier? Can I throw in a free bedroom? That won't happen all the time, but for somebody to say, look, I'll add on that bedroom complimentary for you, because you're listing with so-and-so. If it gets the ball rolling to get that Form 6 signed with that agent, then it works really, really well for the agent as well as for us without me saying, look, I'm going to discount my price, I'm going to drop it by $500 for you. It's not about discounting, it's about bringing value in other ways. Different payment options, different payment terms, different hire terms, flexibility with turnaround. There are so many different ways you can bring value.
All right, thanks so much for watching Foxy TV episode
122.
Hi, Jake. We'll see you back here next week. Thanks, Jake.